Hi YouTube! NintendoFanGirl here with some really fun, exciting news. As you probably already know, the Nintendo Switch OLED model, the new, fancy new Switch, is coming out on October 8th, the same day that Metroid Dread launches, actually. Well, thanks to Nintendo, I got to see the Nintendo Switch OLED model with my own eyes. In person. Yes, in person. But wait, there's more. I also got to touch it. With these fingers, these hands. And in getting to touch the Nintendo Switch OLED model, I actually got to play Metroid Dread as well. Feeling incredibly lucky, but anyway, that's why I'm here right now to tell you about my first impressions, both with the OLED system and with Metroid Dread. So first, let's talk about the system itself, because I feel like there's actually not too much to touch on when it comes to first impressions. The two obvious things are the actual screen, slightly bigger. I didn't get the opportunity to see kind of the old Switch, the current base model of Switch next to the Switch OLED, but the screen is notably just super large, sharp, bright, colorful. I don't know how to describe, except without seeing it in person. Everything just looks so nice and vibrant. In particular, the cutscenes that I watched in Metroid Dread just blew me away. They looked so, so good. I also have to mention the kickstand, because one of the big things about the new Switch OLED model is that it has a much nicer kickstand. It's the whole width of the Switch, and it's adjustable to different heights. I forgot to touch the kickstand when I was playing with my Switch OLED, so my bad. I'm really excited for the fixed kickstand because, in my opinion, the kickstand on the base model of the Switch is just not very good. It's flimsy, it's a little unbalanced. Trying to do something like having it set up while on an airplane is very difficult. So I'm excited that they've upgraded it, but I have no firsthand experience with it, sorry. What I do want to say is what impressed me the absolute most about the Switch OLED model was not the screen, and it was not the kickstand. It was the enhanced audio. I don't know anything about audio. Like, I don't know what was changed. I don't know if it was a huge tweak or a little tweak or what, but I do know it sounds incredible, and that is my favorite upgrade. And that kind of surprised me. I thought it would be the screen, but no. That audio is perfection. I'm not sure if it picked up on my camera very well in order for you to hear how good the audio was, but I can tell you that I know from playing my Switch all the time, the enhanced audio is super noticeable. It sounds wonderful. It sounds just super clear and good. As someone who plays pretty much exclusively when I'm not streaming in handheld mode, all the thumbs up. So overall, I think it's going to be up to the user whether it's worth upgrading. If I were getting a Switch for the first time, I would definitely say get the OLED model. But if you already have a Switch and you are still deciding if it's worth upgrading, I'd say it's up to you. But as somebody who plays pretty much exclusively in portable handheld mode, I'm getting it. I'm very excited. If you have any questions about the Switch OLED model and my experience handling it and looking at it, leave them below and I will do my best to answer them if I have an answer. But now let's talk about Metroid Dread. I started playing Metroid with Metroid Prime, and so I love the Prime games, and I'm really into 3D Metroid. I'm not so hot with 2D platformers in general, and so I've never really gotten into 2D Metroid games, and I've tried to play them multiple times. It doesn't usually go well for me. Instead, I watch other people play them, and I watch recaps, and I understand the story of Metroid rather well, but I just, to be totally honest, do not really enjoy playing many of the 2D platformer Metroid games, which is most of them, most of the important ones at least. But I had faith before I even touched the game that Metroid Dread would be the game to change this in me, to make me see the light. And I think I can say with pretty high confidence levels that after demoing it, I got to play a nice long demo of pretty much the beginning of the game. After that, I see the light. There are so many good things I could say about Metroid Dread. I actually have a clip that I recorded like right after I played the demo. So here, I'll put that here. I just want to say, while it's still fresh in my mind, incredible, super fun, so smooth. I don't want to specify out loud what I'm talking about, but it was just, mwah. Everything about that demo was so enjoyable, and I felt like I did really well in it, which also helped me enjoy it a lot more. I cannot recommend enough giving that game a shot if you have a chance. It was just smooth beyond smooth is how I can think to describe it. Like sliding instead of having to go into the morph ball early game, sliding is, it just feels right for Samus. The Emmys are adequately horrifying, so scary, but over time you do come to a point where you feel strong. I should add, I didn't get far in the game. I got to the first boss. I felt pretty proud of myself because I did beat it. I won't spoil anything because I know people have different definitions of spoilers and people feel differently about what should be shown and what shouldn't be shown. I will say it feels, from what I've played of Super Metroid, this feels like classic Metroid. And it feels like smooth, wonderful, fresh, modern, all at the same time, which is all I've ever wanted. I mean, I think this is going to do exactly what it set out to do, which is appease Metroid fans. I think Metroid fans are gonna love this, and bring new fans into the Metroid franchise. Like me, I'm not a complete newbie. Again, I've played the Prime games and I love the Prime games, but it's different. This is a different ballpark of Metroid. And I think Metroid Dread is the game that is going to bridge that difference for people like me. So again, without spoiling anything, Metroid Dread, you play as Samus, of course, you do basic Samus things like shooting and obtaining materials, to become a better Samus. That's what a Metroid game is. The enemies are super varied, and the melee attack, in order you whoosh, push the enemy away and shoot it, and it just feels right. There are scenes in Metroid Dread, and this goes back to a bunch of different Metroid games, including the 2D Metroid games. There are scenes where you're running through, and the background and the music, or the audio I should say, and the light, there's just so much going on that's so beautiful. I'm so excited for more people to play this game. I'm so excited for that game to launch October 8th. I'm so excited to play more, and I've now been motivated to finish Super Metroid for real. I'm going to do it. For real. For real. I do also want to point out that at the venue that Nintendo set up, they had some really cool stuff set up. They had a big standy thing of Emmy, the robot Emmy. There's multiple of them, but they're so scary. All of them are so scary. In the game, I jumped so many times. They're so frightening, which is what they set out to do. So good job there. And also thank you, Nintendo, because I got this awesome acrylic standy thingy, which looks really good, and postcards. Wow. Ooh. Eee. I'm so excited for more people to play Metroid Dread, especially for Metroid fans, because I'm just really excited to see what all of you have to say about the game, because I know it's going to be positive. And if it's not, well, wow, that's really embarrassing for me, I guess. Again, if you have any questions about Metroid Dread, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them, but I will try and keep it spoiler-free. Let me know down below what you're thinking. Are you getting the OLED? Are you getting Metroid Dread? One or the other? But that's it for me for now, so I will see you all soon. Talk to you then. Love you. Deku, deku, deku. Da-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Da-na-na-na-na-na.